Wicked Part 2 is coming to Singapore earlier. What's going on?
Yeah, and they're here to promote the movie
Yes.
a few months in advance.
Come watch us.
I don't actually know your names because let me tell you how this whole thing started about, right? Samjo realized because Samjo's been on fire doing all these shows and performing every night. Essentially, he does not know what year it is, what month it is, where we are in the
His
calendar.
name.
And then Samjo was like, oh my god, it's Halloween very soon. We must do a Halloween episode. That's how Samjo sounds, out of drag. And
Yeah, just manly like
yeah,
that.
very manly.
Such as...
he's like, oh my god, it's Halloween, guys. Okay.
So how?
And then Samjo was looking through his contacts, right? And then he said, hey, we should bring these two on, the Sissy and Sassy. And I was like, wow, that was rude.
The Sissy and Sassy.
Sassy.
They're your actual names? Is it? Like,
These are drag names,
Oh,
right? So
okay.
these are drag names that we came
it's not
up
like
with.
Sissy Tan or like... I don't
Tan Sisi.
Tan
Sisi.
I'm pretty sure someone out there has that
Yes.
name on the IC.
But yeah, these are drag names. We have our own real names, and we have our drag names, and then we have our drag house duo names. So we have, I guess, 3 names to call ourselves.
They are known as collectively as the House of Haute Mess.
Nice.
Or Haute Mess. Haute as in haute couture.
Yeah.
So House of Haute Mess.
Correct.
Sassy, by the way, is his real name is Taku.
Taku.
Or Takuma.
Okay.
And Takuma is actually Japanese.
Right, so Sassy, Taku.
Yep.
And then Slutty.
Slutty.
Slutty Sucktits.
So sorry.
That's your name, okay?
Yeah. Hey. If they put you in drag, then you can be the drag
We'll
daughter.
keep that name for you.
Slutty
Okay.
Sucktits.
Sissy.
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 Sassy Sissy.
Yeah.
Sissy, how you doing?
Yeah. And my boy name is Elphaba.
I remember meeting y'all at a Halloween party, also baby boy, years ago.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
Before COVID. I remember I was dressed as a spider. And then I turned to the left and I suddenly saw like these two walking personifications of like our favorite fast food chains. Okay, so McDonald's and KFC,
Yep.
they were dressed as like Colonel Sanders and Ronald McDonald, but drag version.
Of
you know,
course.
Like a female, feminized version of...
Love it.
Yeah.
I've always heard of y'all as like having amazing costumes every year, and it was almost like meeting, how do I say, like mini celebrities,
Yeah.
but like for on Halloween especially, and it was such a fun party, and Baby Boy still is, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be performing at Baby Boy again.
Yes.
This
With
year.
you.
Together.
Yes, together, and it's just. No lah, I just get goosebumps sometimes when I think back on like how
Our
far.
humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Soon enough, we found out that you're such a Halloween queen as well. Like, you do so much for your Halloween every single year. And it's like we immediately had that mutual respect for each other, right? Like, we're like, okay, you're really cool with your Halloween. We're really, passionate about Halloween. So we're like eye to eye, okay,
Yes.
Halloween sort of
Yeah.
queens that we are. And then,
Because you were always doing it with Suen.
Yeah,
Right?
for some, I think that was the second year I did it with her when I was a spider and y'all were KFC and McDonald's.
Yep.
So sadly, she's moved to Switzerland. Hi, Suen. Obviously, this episode is dedicated to you. She's my Halloween partner in crime.
Yeah.
And in a way, I think we saw parallels because it was like 2 of you and 2 of us.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it was always so fun. I remember there was one COVID baby boy as well, where we did this lip sync off on Zoom.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Win?
I think we were tied.
We were tied,
No, but
yes.
But the
We
fun,
won.
Yeah.
No, we were... Yeah, we
won.
won. Yeah.
You did?
Okay, well,
Let's just say we
Let's
won.
just say they won, lah. because they're
But it
our
was a
special
close
guest.
call, I'm sure.
Yeah, very.
it was.
They actually won, but because you know what happened, I remember this. They said, okay, in order to decide who's the best dressed, we'll have a lip sync battle. But this is on Zoom, because last time it was COVID, right?
yeah.
Was there a lag?
So no, they played. This is the funny thing. So Suen and I don't know why, but we thought we were with other friends in the room, legal amount of friends, and
I don't think they're nabbing anyone anymore.
yeah, just
but
letting you.
yeah, I think we're
now,
fine.
yeah, now they're focusing
Yeah,
on
yeah.
K-pops and whatnot. Anyway,
Yeah.
for some reason we thought that this lip sync, we're gonna take turns to lip sync. So we're like, okay, the music started, and then they were just,
Oh, and you didn't start. You guys didn't start, right?
they were doing that thing. Y'all were in your Dior outfit,
Yes,
was it?
yes, yes.
And then y'all were like posing and like, voguing and whatever. And then we were like, oh yeah, I think we were eating or whatever. Because we were waiting. We're like, okay, hey, drink some shots. Like, can we get like...
Like, really started.
Yeah.
But they were eating.
Then they were texting us on the side. They were like, oh my God, can y'all please like start that thing? So in the end, we wizened up to it and we started doing what we could. But it was, yeah. So
Y'all
I
were
would say...
so entertaining that he became an audience member.
It's true. It's true. I think we were so engrossed watching y'all.
Yeah.
I have to ask, just like Elphaba and Glinda, you can walk your own paths, but there's magic in coming together, right? And just like you and your friend, right? And just like us as well.
Yeah.
Power two, there's
Power two.
power of just people coming together and not just competing, but also collaborating, and to brand yourself as a duo as well.
100% agree.
Like, is that something that you've obviously benefited from it, but is it something that you encourage other drag queens to also try?
Oh,
to
that's
do,
a good
to
question.
team up?
Like, I feel like doing drag as a duo, it's not as easy as it is.
Oh, really?
Like I think when you are doing drag as a solo act, right? I think we've spoke to a couple of drag queens. It's easier for you to conceptualize things. It's if you're performing, it's easier for you to like come up your own choreo. You can like just whip something up a day before and you'll be like, yeah, I'm performing this number. You just whip something up, you just perform on stage, right? But when you are a duo, it's so hard to like whip something up, right?
On last minute at least.
Yeah, there must be some sort of planning that happens, right? Especially when you're performing. There are moments where we are like at parts of songs we'd be like, okay, let's ad-lib over this period of the song, but mostly we plan our moves, we plan our choreography, and at the stage that we're performing as well. Like, how big is that stage? Like, how does it cater to two of us to be on that stage?
90% of the time, I think stages in bars are catered for a single performer, right? It's not all bars are big and sort of spacious. So sometimes we get booked and we're like, okay, what is the stage like? Can we fit? And if we can, then what can we do with it? So there's a lot of meticulous planning that goes with it, which I think we enjoy doing. And I think that pays off most of the time because we are very, very meticulous in what we want to do around the song, what we want to do here, what we want to do. I think we're just very careful and very deliberate in our stage performance.
Okay.
But visually, when you do things as a duo, there's more impact.
Yeah,
of course.
Right? Like right now, if there can be like a duo character, like this works, right, in our favor.
Yeah.
Right? Just like when Samjo did it with Suen, there is an impact there. So that's I think the good part about doing things as a duo. But the downside part, it's like the whole planning part, trying to fit our choreo together and things like that. And
the power of collaboration. Okay, but see, the thing is, I don't have the privilege of knowing you before this interview, so the questions I may ask may come off intrusive, so please tell me
It's
to
fine.
stop.
Yeah.
Is there anything more than the power of two between the two of you?
We are a couple. We're a couple.
Oh my God. You're gonna get demonetized.
We're a couple of
Okay, we're not making money from
We're
this.
like real life couple.
we're life couples. Yes.
Yeah.
That is so sweet.
We were together before we started drag. First year we got together, we realized that we both love Halloween. So we're like, oh my God, we're gonna do something together as a couple costume, more than just like a passion, right? So I think that became like our sort of full-time hobby for us, a shared full-time hobby for us.
Yeah. So we've been dating for like what? We've stopped counting. Like
8, 7, 8,
Yeah.
around there.
And drag is kind of like our baby right now. It's literally taking care of our baby right now. Like,
Do you guys ever? Please, once again, tell me to stop if it's too much, okay? Because like I've got all these images in my head.
Stop. No, I'm kidding.
Like, okay, like.
do we
you ever-
fucking drag?
No. No.
That was the question.
Were you thinking?
That was the question. I was just trying to be. I was trying to be polite. I was just like, is there a moment where you're Brandy and Monica, and then
And Brandy and Monica.
you forget about the boy? You know?
Ooh.
And
Or you do it with the boy together.
exactly. Do y'all get wicked for good? I mean,
That is off limits. I think that would be.
But never say never, right?
Never say never.
Yeah. Unlimited. Together you're unlimited. See, always putting a new spin on classic songs.
We'll
you know?
memo this down for our future.
Yeah.
performance.
has the drag helped the relationship? Because I mean, I'm just guessing, right? Even as a couple, you're also friends. And I think doing this together as a duo and rehearsing choreography, outfit ideas and everything, that's also like a really fun activity for a couple to engage in healthily, and you'll grow through it.
Yeah, 100% agree. I think being able to put our hearts in, put our time in, and sort of make something that is meaningful to us and to hopefully to the audience, I think it's so priceless, right? And I think when we achieve something great, you know, like the magazines and like the performances, you know, like when we get to like a good place with drag, I think we feel very good about ourselves, and I think that's very, very helpful.
Yeah, but when it comes to drag, like planning the stuff for drag, it's really like working. We get a bit serious, like really serious, like to the point where it's almost like we are like colleagues. We can get like
no nonsense.
Yeah, we can get really serious about it. We try to be objective with the things we want to achieve, right? So we can get really quite like, people have seen us like sometimes when we discuss things out, people will like back off because we sound very
sound like we're
serious,
fighting.
very intense.
Yeah.
But that's just how we speak.
Yeah.
But I think they don't get it because that you're so passionate about this craft, you know, and moreover, especially when it's Halloween, because it's like your thing. It's like you said, it's your baby, and now that you've been doing it for so many years, and you know, people always anticipating, okay, what are Taku and Alfie going to do next? Because that is, in fact, you are your own. You've set the bar so high for yourself, you know.
I know.
Yeah. So every time, and that's why every time, and you know, I will bump into them like around Halloween. Sometimes we will bump into each other at Spotlight now, Art Friend, Chinatown, just the usual drag haunts. You know, and
This would be like 3 days before, like baby boy. 3 days before, we would see each other at Art Friend.
Correct.
We will be picking out like materials. We'll be like, oh shit, what are you doing?
We are
I
in
don't
our
know.
final stages of costume making.
Yeah.
Samjo just started.
Yeah, so very different process. Very different process.
Yeah.
Because for me, I always wait for the inspiration to come whenever it decides to come. But they are so meticulous about it, and they have a whole like, you know, work calendar set out. So the moment Halloween's over, it's time. But for them, it's time to prep for the next Halloween. That's how serious you're on.
And
like
we have a photo. We engage a photographer to take photos for us every year for Halloween. So that's our sort of a project, right? An annual project. Besides the regular drag stuff, we have a photo shoot that is related to Halloween, related to fashion that we sort of strive for every year. And it's, you know, one look a year, right? So we really want to nail that look, and we've been putting so much effort every year that it's hard to back away from it. It's hard to sort of tone it down now because it's so that the stakes are high. And I think one drag queen, we won't name who, told us one time, you guys are up there, you can't come down anymore. And then like I think when this queen said it, I didn't quite understand what that meant, and I think now I know. It's like, oh yeah, like
yes,
the stakes are high. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a pressure, but you know, it's a healthy pressure. At the end of the day, drag is drag.
Like, you've set the bar.
I set the bar. We set the bar.
Yeah. And now you want to live up to it, right?
For sure.
But with it also comes that kind of level of pressure, which is why I think you being hard on yourself or being very protective of your art is stunning. And from a relationship perspective as well, I think that's also very healthy, because it's not just a fun little hobby. Like, this is something that you want to protect that space, and you want to be able to say, like, this is our thing that we do together. It's one heck of a calendar, I bet. Like, if you start printing out all these photos and framing it in the house.
Yeah. Do you ever, I mean, surely you disagree, right? You have moments when you
Girl,
I want to hear that. That's what I'm here for, honestly.
How many
what?
I remember I see some of your stories sometimes, like, you know, you are sewing and then you pen to Taku.
Oh yeah.
Just like slacking in the corner.
I've seen this. Excuse me.
I remember that story.
I mean, like, most of it is just jokes lah. Because like, if I do the sewing part, like, she's doing the social media part, because I'm not good at that kind of stuff. So I will make it up by doing the sewing stuff. So it seemed like she's relaxing, but sometimes it's like I'm like the sewing work is more than like For the viewers out there, I know social media work is a lot, but sewing, for those of you who know sewing, you know it's like tough as well. So
Yeah. So by the way, they don't other than the makeup and everything, they make their own costumes as well. So
For a lot of them, yes.
a lot of not all, but most of your costumes, especially all the fabrics and the way they drape it and sew it and they stone it and everything. So
This
you
is
made
made-
these,
Yeah, this
right?
is made by us. Yeah.
You'll
When
see,
we
yeah.
first did the birds, so the birds was the first ever costume, the Alfred Hitchcock, the birds.
Yeah.
That was the first year that we did Halloween, and I, as spoken earlier, when we got together and we both realized that we like Halloween, we were like, oh my god, let's do a Halloween. I think that was the first year that we had quite a lot of discussions on like, what is the direction, right? Now we know. Now we both know each other. We know what we like. We know what we don't like. But that was the first year that we had to come to like a middle ground on like what Halloween means to us. I was going for camp culture references every single year. She was going for witchy horror route every year.
Yeah.
I like pop culture. I like sort of references to movies and whatnot. What is the middle ground? And then that's when the birds came.
And when you find that sweet spot, isn't it such a beautiful thing? It's like best of both worlds.
Yeah.
But you also, in a way, you push yourself creatively. Go to their Instagram, House of Haute Mess, and just check out. It's like a visual feast. Years of drag and Halloween adventures, and it's just
The catalog,
So
yeah.
the catalog,
Catalog.
essentially.
And
It's so inspiring.
Hot is spelt not hot how you think it is.
Yes.
It's HAUTE.
T-E, oat.
Oat.
like haute couture.
Yeah,
Couture.
or oatmeal.
And house is just regular house, not the HAUS house.
Yeah.
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 something that's
Okay.
So
confusing.
if you're not familiar with Samjo's relationship with Halloween through the years, Halloween was essentially, and correct me if I'm wrong, we can add to it please, was Samjo's like gateway into drag as well, where he'll like kind of like dip his toes into it with makeup and like dressing up, and then from there it kind of like went to drag, right?
Interesting. I actually never. I've had people tell me after I started drag as well that yes, the writing was on
perception.
the wall, right?
Yeah.
Like especially during Halloween, because Halloween was one reason why I love Halloween so much is because it's that one day of the year, and this was before studying drag lah. When I first started dressing up for Halloween, I think it was because I didn't really celebrate Halloween as a kid. It wasn't like in our culture or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
What did you wear?
I
by the
think
way?
my first costume. Oh my god! Thinking back, it was freshman year. I was Edward Scissorhands.
Oh my god.
But it was very cha-cha. It was I just slapped on whatever white face paint I had and then like distressed it a bit. But it made me feel like, I there was something about being able to be someone else or something else
Yep.
for that one night
Yep.
that made me feel so invincible and very protected.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think the next year I took it a bit further. I was Victoria Beckham. so yeah, I just
That
went,
was
went like
down.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, I was basically like horror first,
yeah.
Alfreda. After that, I thought pop culture, so
Yeah.
I went for, I think that was on a period where it was Victoria Beckham coming to America,
Yeah.
See.
whatever. So I just put on like my friend's dress and some
Yeah.
heels, and and I still had armpit hair, everything. It was just
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
Again, I felt very empowered and very like, oh, this is like this is actually fun. Like I can walk around in a dress and not be judged
Yeah.
because it's Halloween.
One
Yeah.
night of the year.
One night of the year. You do it
Yes.
you definitely cannot do it during Chinese New Year,
Yeah.
Christmas, no.
No, yeah. I guess yeah.
Okay.
I have done it lah. But but I think that was what Halloween meant to me initially. It was in a way I was blossoming, but I didn't know. And obviously it had, elements of drag, but I wouldn't dare to say that was drag just because, I didn't pay attention to the makeup and a lot of
Yeah.
things were very
But like
slipshod.
from the outside, it really looked like that. Like,
Yeah.
because it was every year when it's Halloween, like Samjo would just be very crafty, and then he and his friend would just put together like the most eccentric looks.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then we could always just tell, like, if you ever go into drag, you would kill it because you won't just be putting on a dress. Like, you do a whole concept and everything, and you really enjoy it. So I think when Samjo started getting into drag and stuff, I was like, okay, at some point, like the Halloween and the drag will come together, and
Right.
then boom,
And it
and
did.
it has,
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, it's kind of like a gateway for I wouldn't say all drag queens.
A lot of
most.
a lot of
queer
yes.
people.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
that first time in wigs, first time in heels, first time in like trying it out is always during Halloween. I mean,
Yeah.
even for straight men, where they just get to like relax a little bit, it's like over Halloween they feel like, okay, on one night I get to just like experiment a little bit, try it on just for laughs, you know,
Yeah.
and then realize that actually I really like this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you won't get judged, right, for being like a woman for a night kind of thing. You know,
Yeah.
back in the days, right?
Yeah. But speaking of gateway and like how we all started and how I started drag, like do you know that we, in a way, we are batch mates when it comes to the, like, you know, being drag queens and
Josh is
everything.
like batchmates.
Yeah,
Like,
batchmates.
So it's really school.
Yeah, it's like,
In Nanyang Poly.
I'll let Taku
Sure.
tell the story. And sorry, I keep using your boy names because
No,
like
no.
Sissy and Sassy, I keep tripping.
I'm very fluid in
Yeah.
it, so
Okay.
I'm completely okay.
Glinda, please.
Yes. So we are officially batchmates, and we cannot call ourselves. Not a lot of queens can call each other batchmates, but we can because back in 2022 there was a competition hosted by Becca the Bus back in RIP Golden Mile Tower, right?
Yeah, the
Projector.
projector at
Yeah.
Golden Mile. Also, rest in peace, projector.
So there was a competition, a friendly, I would say, competition that was held by Becca the Bus for drag queen and drag kings and all sort of drag performers. And actually, we both submitted applications. You submitted, and we were on the different nights, right? So I was night 1, you were night 2.
Yes.
You were also night 1.
Yeah.
But he got COVID, so he couldn't actually perform that night. I performed with other drag queens and kings that night, and I won that night of the segment. Feb 28, I won. March 1st, he won. And then the week after, I guess that would be March 7th or something like that, we were a sub.
Yes, because Becca came down with COVID.
Becca came down with COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, because those were dark days. It like COVID was still like, you know, like if you get COVID, that's it. You
That's
cannot
it.
do
You
a lot.
can't do anything.
Yeah.
Nowadays it's like whatever, just plod on, right?
Yeah.
But back then, so you were out of action,
Correct.
and in fact, a couple of weeks before our debut on stage, I came down with COVID. So I was this close to not taking part as well.
That's crazy.
But what that gave me was a lot of time in my room. I was still living with my parents at the time, and so I was just in my room the entire time, and I was rehearsing and I was learning the lyrics and choreographing.
She won.
We got our first gig,
Yep.
first paid gig,
A week after.
a week
Yeah,
after,
a week
which
after we performed.
was very unheard of then,
Yeah.
and maybe even now. But
Yeah.
we were very lucky, lah. I think we were, you know.
And we knew each other already through
Yeah.
Halloween nights,
Yes.
years of Halloween. So we're like, oh my god, like we get to perform, hee hee ha ha. Like we were just like, really just like kids, just really excited about being able to. I mean, I was really nervous. I don't.
Same,
know if
yeah,
nervous?
same, yeah.
Because we were like taking money from people.
Huh?
Okay, that sounds wrong. We were charging people for our performance, right?
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
People paying to see us.
trick or treat.
It's a trick
Yeah.
or treat. Adult trick or treat. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
And we always joke, but also half serious. We want to do a collab one day. Whoever has an Easter gig, we want to do
Easter gig.
We want to do our favorite Easter song.
Yeah.
When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus say yes, nobody can say no.
I'm not worried
About a thing.
Come on, Josh.
Guiding me.
Hey,
And you need me, oh, I will go.
we need to learn the lyrics.
So for those who don't know this song, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Josh, shame on you.
It is Destiny. Well, it's not Destiny Child. It is Michelle
Michelle.
Williams featuring Beyonce and Kelly Rowland.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. When Michelle had her gospel album, I think she's had a few, right?
Yes.
But there was one single called "Say Yes."
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just chills when she starts singing, and then the camera pans, and the three of them turn around.
The Destiny Child. And by then they were already.
It was already
No
destiny
more.
fulfilled. Yeah, so it was like post.
Oh, yeah.
post,
Yeah.
post.
I want to see that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
You haven't seen it? I'm actually surprised.
No.
You will love it.
Yeah.
It's like it's going to back to church because like it's gospel song.
Yeah.
And everything is.
Very traumatic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Very bad.
Where can
Yeah.
we see you this Halloween?
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
The last Saturday of Halloween, October. where we will be
be
performing.
confused.
Yeah, we will be performing for Baby Boy. Baby Boy is one of our favorite parties of all time. So we'll be performing there along with Sam Jo.
Yes.
Sam Jo's drag persona.
Jojo Sinclair will be there. House of Haute Mess will be there. Becca de
Rain.
Bas, Acid Rain,
Kamina
Like-
Boo.
Kamina Boo, Phlegm. Oh yeah. Please go check out Baby Boy. It's gonna be a fun party. Because what I love about that party also is like people dress up.
Yeah.
Don't go to Baby Boy in your basic, nurse costume. I mean, yeah.
There are people who come in a nurse costume with like a blood running from
Yeah.
their mouth.
Yeah.
Like one streak of
Or
blood.
like a vampire.
vampire with like a pale
Yeah.
costume,
Which is valid, but I want to ask you because you're the Halloween experts. Like, do you think some Halloween outfits should never see the light of day again because it's just so overdone or like so basic? I mean, come on.
Yeah, a lot.
Squid Games.
Squid.
I don't want
Oh,
to see
yeah.
any more Squid Game costumes. Not at least not the onesie with the mask.
Yeah.
The whatever mask that is. I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
Lazy.
Unless it's like for thirst trap reasons, like some of them.
Worse.
Some
To
of them
me,
wear
that's
the-
worse.
Is it
Yeah,
worse?
I think
Worse.
it's worse. I think it's worse.
Sorry,
Okay.
but worse.
Let's hear it,
Yeah.
Alfie. Why?
No, like I think like if you want a thirst trap, just thirst trap. Don't put Halloween in it.
I actually agree with you.
Leave it out of the equation.
I get very annoyed with the devil horns and
Yeah.
then like just the
Yep.
and then you walk around shit. It's like
At most, like a harness that's
like
red.
paint yourself red.
At least.
Bring a bit of ugliness to it. Like
Yes.
don't
Grit.
just be hot.
Yeah.
Like,
Correct.
To me, like Halloween has to. You can be sexy, but I want a bit of grit.
Yeah.
I want a bit of. Ooh, I'm a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're hot, but I'm also scared.
Yeah.
You know?
We want to see creativity. We don't want to see hotness. Like you
Yeah.
have like the other months to do that.
True.
Right?
Because it's hot all year round here.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
how
like
I
just-
feel. I'm so sorry. Like the ones who like the thirst trap, congrats. But it's the month the creative people rise up. So if you're gonna be like Squid Game masks and like topless,
Topless, like showing their cleavage.
yeah, girl, bye. Like
bye.
goodbye.
I was thinking I want to be an astronaut.
Okay.
That could be actually an interesting concept.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
how do you break down
Okay.
into an astronaut?
I want to. Okay, so I was thinking because Katy Perry went to space.
Ah.
You know-
Woman's World astronaut.
You know,
wanna
kiss
be-
the ground, the blue, and then. But I want to have like a chest burster because Alien Earth.
Ah,
You know?
okay, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
cute.
So you have that xenomorph thing going.
Yes.
Yes, okay, like
Yes.
that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or like
yeah,
a dildo
yeah,
comes
yeah.
out instead.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
can borrow from. I think Silla Hyde has a huge one.
Huge one. Yeah.
Huge
Silla
one.
Shout
who?
out. Silla
Silla
Hyde.
Hyde.
She's a baby queen, new on the scene, and also a bit fucked up, but in a good
Yeah.
way. In a good way.
Yeah.
I enjoy her.
Okay.
Yeah, she has like the biggest dildo. You can borrow from her. It's so.
It's like twice your
huge.
size.
Does she
body,
actually
body
use-
size.
It's
Yeah.
her height, I think.
It's her height.
Sorry, no,
It is
it's
her
not.
Does she use it?
What's your favorite scary movie?
Ooh, The Birds. I have to give it to The Birds. It is one of my favorite movies.
Exorcism of Emily Rose. Does it count as a scary movie?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
fuck, it's fucking scary. Are you kidding me?
That is one of my favorites until today. I think that's one of the most compelling, and I think to me it's the scariest.
I don't think I have one because I actually fucking hate horror. I think it's cause and this goes back to my childhood, and y'all actually remind me of it, of my trauma, because when you dressed up as Chucky and Bride of Chucky.
Oh.
So
Good.
for some reason, like I think cause like my mom loves horror films, so we would watch. She would it's not her fault lah, but I think back then they should slap an age rating on these movies also.
It is R.
Is it, okay, well, I watched it when I was a young boy lah. Last time you rent LDs.
Yeah,
those were the
yeah,
days.
yeah, yeah,
So I think
true.
it was a family bonding. Like one of our family bonding activities back then was to rent an LD over the weekend.
Right.
And when we had family time, we would watch a movie. So we watched some pretty wholesome movies like Sister Act and Free Willy, right?
Love.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, sometimes it was horror, and I would just sit there not knowing what's about to come my way.
Oh my god.
And then I watched Child's Play, and after that, just spend nights because I have toys in my bed, right? So spend the night just not being able to fall asleep, worried that I might wake up in the middle of the night with one of my toys stabbing me with a knife.
Yeah, but
So-
it's when you're a kid, if you watch that, it's actually pretty scary.
Very
Yeah,
Child's
so
Play
scary.
Very
and
scary.
It. These
Yeah.
two.
The
Oh.
clown. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
And-
Pennywise.
The other one that freaked me out, and I used last Halloween to kind of like processed it was The Ring.
The Ring.
Yeah. So Sadako was really like, the bogeyman for me, which is why last year when I did Sadako, actually I was like, oh my god, like when I had
Panic
to
attacks?
Google for visual references, I was like, like it still makes my skin crawl.
The first horror film I ever watched was Scream. So, and that's also like when you know you're gay, right? It's like Drew Barrymore, Courtney Cox,
oh my god,
Neve
Yeah,
Campbell,
yeah.
Yes,
Rose
Cam.
McGowan.
Yeah.
Scream 2 had Jada Pinkett Smith and Sarah
Yeah.
Michelle Gellar. It's like, so the Scream franchise for me was all about that final girl, right?
What do you want from me?
Yeah, it's like you run away from the killer and then you hide. Like there's just something that's very queer coded in these slashers. It's not like by any means scary, I would say. Actually, a lot of the films that scared me when I was a kid were not horror films. Like Jurassic Park scared me. Like the scene in the kitchen with the kids and then the velociraptors going around.
That's true.
Jaws scared
Jaws
me
was quite freaky.
a lot. Anaconda with J-Lo.
J-Lo. Oh, I remember watching that and thinking, wow, this is a very good actress.
Yeah. Like, who is she, right?
Yeah, I thought I took,
She was
and then
known to be a good actress back
yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
day.
Selena,
better than her singing, but
Yeah.
She's more for theater.
yeah,
Anyways.
you have to go watch them. Okay, Josh, can you please come up more? When your
Wow,
leg is
he's trying to recover.
There's no excuse because Mona Kiki also hurt her leg and she fractured her leg and she
performed.
fucking performed. So if you have to be in a wheelchair like the guy in Glee, like just do it, okay? Okay.
And cut.
On that note.
On that note.
I'm Joshua Simon,
I'm Sam Joe.
and we are the SG Boys.
That little gay podcast from Singapore.
Subscribe and find us on Instagram at the SG Boys.